Okay, hi everyone. How you doing? And here we are. Welcome to week 7. So week 6 was I thought was pretty cool. Everyday hand tool came in pretty good. I loved the paper currency. Now those of you, well, kind of, I'm kind of directing this way, and it ties in with this week's object or week 6 objectives. And I'm trying to ask you guys to really start thinking outside the box. Like forget what you know about money and start all over at. I shouldn't say money. I should say currency and start all over in your design and approach it as uniquely as you possibly can. And that's what, that's kind of just stemming off this presentation, be unique and relevant. And I kind of went, in this week's announcement, I kind of continued on that with this, just talking about these little statistics. Over 90% in several different studies, statistics show that in a design project, several designers, over 90% in any given group, will deliver similar results for that project. And that means 10% give unique ideas. I would say out of that 10%, maybe one out of 10. So roughly 1% of designs submitted by designers on a project are going to be really unique and interesting ideas. So that's what I'm saying. You want to be that one. You don't want to be the part of the other group. You want to be, and just to back that up a little bit, this is something that I come across a lot in my career, and I know any hiring professional does that. It's really about you're going to get hired for your ideas, because when it comes down to it, we can all learn the software. We can all learn the software. You're going to get hired for your ideas, and I hear that variations of that statement over and over and over again, and it's very true. I believe it. Okay, let's jump to week 7. We talked about gradients back in week 5, and if you want to jump back to week 5 announcement, there's a video announcement in there where I give that quick demonstration on gradients themselves. But this week we're going to talk a little bit different. We're talking a little bit more about gradient mesh and using brushes and strokes. Now, both these, let me see here. Brushes and strokes, gradients. This gradient overview, it's pretty good. And it's saying this. It's saying just take it easy with gradients, because it's so easy to go overboard. And for many, many years, that's what design was about. In the early years of vector illustration, everybody had a gradient on everything, and it was really, really bad design. And it actually is in the history books as one of the lacking periods in design history. So we don't want to do that. We want to use gradients very, very tastefully. And one of the ways to do so is using gradient mesh to do illustrations. We can jump over to back to the announcement. The text of the announcement is that here's a gradient mesh tutorial. There's 2 of them here. One's it's a verb textual, and the other's a video. So a little bit of both for you there. Okay, so that's gradient mesh. Now we also have brushes and strokes, and this is really important, guys. After reading this, it just doesn't touch it. You have this tutorial here. Go ahead and look at it. But I'm going to say that as leading up to the exercise week 7 exercise using custom brushes, this is something that you definitely want to, right here, definitely read the chapters in the book this week. Now, I think the chapter for this week is just 24, gradients, but definitely read chapter 23, because chapter 23 is brushes. And it really shows you how to get into using brushes in your illustrations. The difference between a line drawing and something with brushes. Contour lines in your hard lines make all the difference in the world, and different ways of creating and converging lines. So this is something that I would consider that read that chapter definitely. Don't attempt to do. Sorry for bouncing in and out like that. Don't attempt to do week 7 exercise using custom brushes without first reading those chapters 23 and 24. Okay, then we have paper currency continue. So I'm going to leave that alone because you guys are. I can't wait to see where this is going. This is going to be cool. Then our discussion and critique. So that's all we really have this week. Um, so we do have. Let me see. Hand tool is in. So we're just continuing on the paper currency. And then guess what, guys? Next week we're done. This is it. So we're second to last week here. Any questions, comments, anything at all, or if you guys feel like you need further assistance in any area whatsoever, please let me know, and I'll be glad to create a video or create a tutorial or whatever it takes. All right, guys, awesome. I will see you in discussion board. Thanks.